we go.
Hello everyone, this is John with Money on the Floor Currency Trader. I get this question a lot, basically people wanting to be profitable trading gold, and they ask me what is the best time frame to trade gold. And that is a very difficult one, but actually very easy to understand. Let's just go through it a little bit so we can take a look at it, because it does make sense once you figure this out. So when you look at this, the 1 minute works really good on gold. See if we can get this to change over. Yep, all the signals work really good. The 5 minute works good, and so forth and so on. Now we feel more comfortable on the 5 minute and 1 minute because it shows us sooner that things are happening. But does it really? I mean, that's the question. Is it really a better time frame? Now, if we look at the triangle MACD, it's clicked over. Obviously, we should be taking buys on the 5 minute, even the 1 minute. Let's go back down to the 1 minute. Just take a look. Yeah, it's all selling, except for right here. It's going back up, but you wouldn't take that trade because you know you're in a downtrend. So you would leave that trade alone unless you wanted to, unless it was a really big one you felt that was able to make money on it. But the idea is the trend is our friend, and that's what these arrows do on here on the Elite, is they show us the trend, and that's why they're so important on here. But then so does the triangle MACD, and so does the fact that it's going up. I mean, but sometimes we just need that little extra help in figuring it out. Now, one thing you can see in here that it gets real choppy. So let's go up to like a 15-minute chart. Take a look here real quick. Just seeing the difference. Now everything starts coming into perspective. So there is some good things about looking at a 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart says that we have one trade going up, and we have two trades possibly in this one section. One trade here. We had one little trade there, but it wasn't very much. You see, it was pretty much a sideways move. And if we look at Asia, it actually had a nice trade coming down on a 15-minute chart. So this is what I like to do. The thing is when the trade happens, it happens on the 1 minute first, then it goes to the 5, then it goes to the 15, then it goes to the 30, then it goes to the 1 hour. Now, if it's a good trade, it's a good trade on all of those. So wait a minute. If it's a good trade on all of those, then it shows up on all of them. So then we really don't need to be looking at the 1 minute and the 5 minute because those are very early. They're very sporadic and very hard to, it wants to scare you out of the trade. Let's put it that way. So let's just take a look at the 15 minutes. Now, if we look at the 15 minute, let's go to another spot on here. Let's see, it looks like we don't have a whole lot on here. So it looks like, let's just look at Tokyo. We had Tokyo, we had a first move because we want to take the first two moves possibly in each session. So we had one move down, one move up. Now, and what I do is I have the 30 open, I have the 15, and I have the 5, but I don't use the 5 to make any decisions. I use the 15 and 30 to make my decisions, and you'll see why here. So let's go ahead and get a marker here. Let's mark that trade. Thought I had it. There we go. Boom. See, the arrow was a little more over, so let's put it a little more over. If it'll let me. See, my mouse is kind of sticky, it looks like. There we go. So now we look, and there's our trade on the 15. Now, if we're looking at the 15, means we want to go up to one time frame up and take a look at the 30. With 30, was it a good trade? Yes, exactly. It was still a good trade. So that's great. Now let's see if it was the same thing on the 5 minute. So let's go down to a 5. See, there it is right there. Now, yes, it is. We could have got in a little bit sooner possibly on that 5 minute up in here. And then it just pulled back up and then it took off again, but yet still is a good trade. Now, sometimes the 5 minute will get you in earlier, sometimes it'll get you in late. So it's a little bit, you can't always say that it gets you in sooner because I have seen it. Sometimes it gets you in later in the trade. So, and that's the key on that. But the thing is you can see it's still a good trade on all three. That's the whole thing. So let's look at this other trade. This here looks like a really good trade on the 5. So let's take a look at that one. As we're watching it, we'd be like all excited when we saw that one right there. So now let's see if we're on the 5, then we'd go look at the 15. 15 says it's a great trade. Yep, everything's there. And let's go look at the 30, see if it's a good trade. Still a great trade. Yep, still there. Yep, great trade. So you can see that the easiest one is the 30 because the 30, and pull it back in the middle, you can see was very clear. It was easy from here to here. So let's just mark that out real quick. See how much money we get on this trade. So if we went from there to right where it clicked over right there, Let me put another one right here just to put it back where it was. Right there. So there's our trade on the 30 minute. Now let's do the same thing. Let's go drop down to the 15, see what changes. And you should do this all on your own. Now the 15 would have got you out a little bit sooner at the bottom. So, well, it would have got you out at the arrow. But let's say this EA, what it does, it either gets you out at all green, because if you're in this trade, it's all red. When it goes all green, it'll exit, or the arrow will exit. So this one actually would have exited a little bit sooner, but about the same, not much different. So you would have got the same trade, but you can see you had a little bit of a movement in here to like make you a little nervous. That's all. Not bad. But if you're looking at both of them, you'd never be nervous if you're looking at that 30 minute. Look at that 30 minute, just straight down. Very easy to see, very easy to understand. So now let's go look at the 5 minute. What would it have done to our mind? And that's really what it comes down to. What does it do to our mind? So let's see it here. There it is. So there's the same trade. Man, this really messes with you. It goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. Maybe you could only get that. You would have exited the trade. I mean, that's all there is to it. There's no way you could have held this trade. It's not possible. I mean, it's possible, but unlikely. So this is the problem with the 5 minute and the 1 minute. Oh my God. I hate to even look, but let's take a look. I'm just curious myself now. Wow, it's a big. See if we can zoom out. There we go. Wow, the 1 minute's crazy. There's no way. This is like a whole different lifetime. Okay, let's stay away from that. But you can see how this is crazy. Now, when you go to the 5 minute, there's no way you could hold that. It's not possible. And it was just going downhill. But you can see you're going to get a lot less money. That's the problem. You're going to be in and out, in and out. And the more trades you take, the more chances you have of losing. That's the problem. So stay away from the 1 minute. Unless that's all you want is $5. That's fine. So if you go to a 5 minute, 5 minutes great. And I like trading the 5 minute, but I feel it scares me out of the trade sometimes. It gives me some indecision. The trade was down. It's easy to see it was down, but could you have held it? Probably not. This would have scared me out. I would have lost a little money here. I wouldn't have got the same amount of money. Now we could think that, oh yeah, we would have gone down, got out, got back up, got back in, maybe doubled up. That's some crazy stuff, but that doesn't make money in trading. Makes money in trading is doing the same thing all the time. And we'll get into that in just a minute. So basically what happens is you can see that now let's go to a 15. Now you can do the 5, but just make sure you make your decision on the 15. The 15 is still pretty good, but still it's going to, make you a little bit nervous to where if you're looking at the 15 and the 30, you wouldn't be nervous at all. You'd be able to hang on to that no problem. So, and you still might have got out a little bit sooner, and that's fine, probably the same thing. But the idea is that, let me zoom in a little bit, sorry. There we go. The idea is the 15 and the 30 are easier to hold on to, easier to take a trade. There's only so many trades in each session. There's only 1, 2 trades in the session. There's only one trade in the session. One trade in the session. So basically, if you're looking at the 15 and the 30, let's look at the 15 with the other sessions too. It's going to be much easier to be a profitable trader is really what it's coming down to. So you can see you would have got this trade down to here. You would have got in for the buy. Probably would have held it all the way up. And that's the best way to be able to hold a trade is on the higher time frames. Not the highest time frames. These are still scalping time frames. But for me, this is more day trading. I'm looking at scalping to day trading. Now, if it goes wrong, then it's just a scalp. But if it holds right, because the robot will take you out. As soon as everything goes green, it will take you out. Something Prem said he put in the trades himself and the robot took him out. He said he was very happy trading Bitcoin over the weekend. I really like hearing about that and I appreciate it, Prem. Let's see here. Now, this is the whole thing. Now, this is what really people ask me, okay, this is really the basic question I get. John, how can I be a profitable trader? Well, it's easy. First, you got to have a system. Now, we have lots of trending systems that would work. It's not just this one. So any trending system would work if you have one you trust. The idea is that you want to get the first 2 trades in each session, or at least the first trade. Now, once you see you got the first trade, you got the second trade, and then once you got out, you were done. The idea is that once you're done, be done. That's all you got to do. See, the problem is people, after you get a big movement down, you go sideways a little bit, and then you get a big movement up, and what do? We go sideways. So now if you would have got 1, 2 trades right in here, and you would have maybe held that trade till you got out, which really didn't get out. This one here would have been in, still be in. So But that's a different deal. That's if you wanted to hold it. I probably would have just let it run and went to bed because it would get it out on its own. I'd be shocked when I found out it got out. So now it may have flirted in here with the red and got us out. You never know. So, but the idea is that you want the first 2 trades in each session. Right? You can hear there was really no trades. There was one little trade up, but that really was terrible. This trade was sideways. This trade was up. So it was kind of a weird day. If you held it all, you did great. There's some weird trading in here, but the idea is that you want to come in here and make the first 2 trades in the session and close out don't trade anymore, because after that you're going to lose. Like in here, you have a big trade up, you're going to lose your money. Big trade up, you're going to lose your money. Big trade down, this one gave you a big trade up. So this one suckered you into this mess because you did great, you're feeling on top of the world, you gave it all back. And that's what we don't want to do. So you want to at least get the first trade. First trade's the safest. If you get the first trade in each session, then you're doing fine. It'll keep you out of trouble that way. You can get the first 2, but don't go past that. Don't be looking for more than that, 'cause you're just going to get yourself in trouble. Let's go look at a different day in here. Here's the day line. So we would be looking at Asia. So you had 1 trade down, 1 trade up, done. This is probably London, 1 trade up. And this is probably New York, 1 trade up. And then we had that big trade coming back down. Now, one thing I will tell you with this system, the Elite system, anytime you have a triangle MACD, this one here, you can see that these are going up, these are going down. So this is telling you have divergence. Very easy to see. Now, divergence isn't something I trade all the time, but if you would have been around for this trade, you would have known how important it is. So like this thing right here went down. So you got 1 going up, 1 going down. We knew it was coming. What it means is the candles here are lying to us. They're going up, but they're running out of steam. And when this thing came down, it went straight down. I remember it very well. I made lots of money. I couldn't believe how fast it went down, and it went straight down like within just it was awesome. You know, yeah, it was 1 hour, 2 hours down probably, but it was still an awesome trade. It was really a fast moving trade, great trade, easy to see because of the divergence. Now the arrow still would have caught it because it told you to get in here, but then it pulled back up and it may have stopped you out. Do we have another arrow up there? Yes, we did. So you would have lost, maybe got stopped out on this one or held it, depends where your stop was, and then you went down and made your money. But the idea is you saw the divergence, you knew it was coming, were able to get your money. Now again, if you trade the 15 and the 30, or the 5 and the 15, use both of those time frames together. Try to trade only the first 2 trades in each session, or at least wait for the arrow. If you have this system, or if you have one of the other systems, wait for the arrow, because the arrow will keep you out of trouble, keep you from guessing. This is against human nature. So if you're going to use human nature, you're going to lose. If you use a mechanical system, you're going to win. That's how it works. Why have a system if you don't follow it? And that's the problem. A lot of times I don't follow it. That's why I keep changing my systems and trying to make them better and better so that I can actually follow the system, because I'm very difficult. I am like a little baby. It's very hard to keep me in control. I want to take trades. This can't go up any higher. It's got to go down. And what did it do? It went higher. So I mean, it can't go any lower. It can't go up. And sure, it went up. So remember, anything that goes down can come up half or more. Anything goes up can come down half or more. Always remember that. So it's very difficult. But to be a profitable trader, use the 5 minute, 15. Remember, double up on your time frames, or use the 15 and 30, which I like, and get the first 2 trades in each session. You don't need to trade all day. Make your profit. Now you can trade all 3 sessions, but just get the first trade in each session. Probably the safest way to do it. Maybe the first 2. Don't get too greedy. When you get to your profit goal, to whatever it is, mine's about $300 to $500. If I can get that, then I'm done trading for the day, and that's still quite a bit of money for the week. You add that up times 6. That's pretty good, because I look at Sunday as being a separate day. So for me, that's very good. Now, if you need more money than that, have 2 accounts. Be trading 2 accounts at a time, but don't overtrade. Only do what your system does. Do the first 2 trades, or even the first trade. Remember, each session, just 1 trade a session, you will make money. And stop trading. Do not follow your intuition. Do not follow your heart. Do not follow your anger. That's even the worst. Just use your system and make your money. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. The Elite system, actually the Wonder Trend system, is still on sale. I had a couple of people asking me to wait because I was going to take it off Monday and bump it up, but they were trying to wait to get paid. So we're going to wait a little bit for the sale price. So if you still want it, it's still there, but don't wait too long because it's got to go up eventually. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.